Welcome back to Truth Be Told, the podcast that dares to question the mainstream and shine light on the mysteries that lie just beyond the veil. I'm your host, Tony Sweet, and today we're exploring a monumental archaeological discovery that could shake the foundations of human history. 140,000-year-old city found at the bottom of the ocean in Indonesia. This isn't fiction. This isn't mythology. This could be the first physical evidence of a long-lost civilization. So sit back, keep your mind open, and let's dive into the depths of a forgotten past. In the Madura Strait of Indonesia, between the islands of Java and Madura, a team of researchers has unearthed a truly astonishing find, a submerged ancient cityscape, including stone structures, tools, and even fragments of a Homo erectus skull. That species walked the earth between 2 million and 100,000 years ago. Alongside the skull were over 6,000 animal fossils: elephants, deer, giant buffalo, and even Komodo dragons. This site was once a thriving ecosystem, but the real mystery, it's all 140 feet beneath the ocean, suggesting this place was dry land at the time it was inhabited. These discoveries were made using sonar scans, underwater drones, and some good old-fashioned deep-sea diving. The site lies within what scientists call Sundaland, a now submerged landmass that once connected much of Southeast Asia. During the Ice Age, sea levels were up to 400 feet lower than today, exposing massive areas that are now underwater. Here's where it gets interesting. Many cultures have myths of a sunken land: Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu. While those names vary, the themes remain the same: a great civilization lost to the sea in a cataclysm. Could Sunderland be one of those places? In fact, Graham Hancock, author of Underworld, The Mysterious Origins of Civilization, has long speculated that ancient advanced societies were wiped out by global flooding events, and their ruins now lie beneath the sea. This discovery may just prove him right. Let's talk about what this discovery means. First, Homo erectus is considered a primitive ancestor, more ape-like, without language or culture. But what if we've underestimated them? The presence of tools, bones of animals clearly used for food, and rudimentary housing foundations suggest something more organized. What if this wasn't just a hunter-gatherer camp, but a settlement? A place with social structure, perhaps even early spirituality or rituals. That pushes the timeline of human culture back, not by centuries, but by tens of thousands of years. This discovery also reignites theories around the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis, which claims that 12,800 years ago, Earth was struck by a comet or asteroid, triggering massive floods, wildfires, and a mini ice age. The resulting sea level rise would have swallowed coastal settlements around the world. Cultures from Sumeria to the Hopi to ancient India all record a great flood. This submerged city could be the smoking gun. Proof that a global cataclysm erased a sophisticated prehistoric civilization from history? How are scientists finding these ruins? Using advanced sonar mapping, 3D photogrammetry, magnetometers, and autonomous underwater vehicles. These tools can detect man-made shapes and materials buried under layers of sediment. One key find: circular formations of stones, consistent with early forms of dwellings or possibly ritual structures. Some even believe these circular arrangements resemble ancient astronomical markers, aligned with celestial events, just like Stonehenge. Underwater archaeology is slow, expensive, and risky, but discoveries like this prove it's essential. Let's return to the myth angle for a moment. Hindu texts refer to a sunken city called Dwarka, said to be ruled by Krishna and destroyed by rising seas. Plato spoke of Atlantis, lost in a day and a night of catastrophe. The Polynesians tell of Hiva, a paradise swallowed by the ocean. What if these weren't just myths, but distorted memories of real places? What we're finding in the Madura Strait may be the first time the world sees myth become history. Mainstream archaeologists are cautiously optimistic. Some argue that the evidence is compelling, but requires more carbon dating and stratigraphy to confirm human-made origins. Alternative theorists, however, are energized. They believe this is the tip of the iceberg, that more ruins lie scattered across the ocean floor, waiting for discovery. Some even suggest this could link to a global prehistoric culture with similar architecture and myths found in Egypt, Turkey, and Peru. Here's what's needed next: deep drilling for dating layers of sediment, detailed artifact analysis, DNA testing on human and animal remains, continued sonar mapping of Sundaland's submerged plains, and of course, funding, because underwater exploration isn't cheap. So, what does this all mean? If the submerged city in Indonesia is indeed 140,000 years old, then everything we know about the rise of civilization must change. It means humans, or human ancestors, were building communities long before Mesopotamia, Egypt, or even Göbekli Tepe. It means that history isn't linear, it's cyclical. Civilizations rise, fall, and sometimes get wiped away by forces far greater than ourselves. It means that perhaps, just perhaps, the myths were always true. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Earth's hidden past. If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow Truth Be Told on your favorite podcast platform. Leave a review and visit us at www.clubparanormal.com for show updates and upcoming interviews. If you're as fascinated by underwater discoveries as we are, stay tuned. We'll continue uncovering the secrets they don't want you to know. Until next time, keep your mind open, your feet grounded, and your spirit curious.